Okay, this is video 2 of Eric Gale's Lay Down the Blues for Blaze, part 2. The first one, the cord just straight unplugged out of the wall, man. I was like, what the heck? So, I know where we left off though. We're on page 3, and we were at the second line down in the tab book where it says bar. And we were doing strings 5 through 1 2 times. Really cool chords. And then move it a half step sharp, 3 times, rest. Okay, and then we got 6, 6, G and B, and then 6 D. So I would bar those 3 at once. So, but lift the pressure off when you switch up. 5 D, 6, 6, 6, G, B, and E. It's like an E flat 9, but there's no E flat in it up here. And you'll hit the D string, and then the last 3. Okay, and then we have 6 on the E, muted A, 6 on the D, 5 G, and 6 B. Okay, you'll hit that. Then we have all 6s from the D string down. This was the other riff that I said was really cool in the first video. I think this is the one. Yeah, that's the one. So it's a 6G half step bend, 8-6D, 7A, which I like that note in there. So 9-6E, 8D, 6D, 7-6D. So I love little things like that. Okay, then we have a F9 chord, 8A, 7D, and then 8-8-8 G, B, and E. It's barring with this finger here, Blaze. I don't know if you've done this chord. If you're a blues guy, you probably have. So you'll hit that once, move it a half step flat, and then another half step flat. So it'd be like, and then it says section 2 1 time, so you'd go back to that. There isn't a lot of repeats, man. Section 4 is 6-6-6 on the last 3 strings. I would do that with the 3rd finger, you'll see why. And then do it again, but add the 5D. And then we need 4 6s on the last 4 strings, hammering to the 8th fret B, which that's in there several times. 6G half step bend, 8 and 6 again half step bend. So and there's an open G in there. If you listen close, you'll hear it. Next page. This is page what is it, 6? Yeah. So on this it's 6D, 5G, 7B, and 6 high E. Another nice chord. Hit the D string first, and then hit the G through high E after that. Put on my bridge pickup and hear the notes a little clearer. Okay, then we have an E flat 9. So, and this chord's in here several times. 6-5, 6-6-6. And then over here, the next little chunk, 5D, 3G, 4B, and you're going to hammer to the 5G. I thought this was pretty cool sounding too. That's that. 3E, and then 5, 3, 4. That's the same chord actually. Or is it 5, 3, 4? Yeah, actually. And then we have this again, 6, 6, 6, 6. Last 4 strings, hammering to 8B. Okay, and then we have 4E. This is some single note stuff. 6G, half step bend. Let's see. And I think he's using the first finger for both those. I didn't notate that part. Yeah, it's one of those. So there it is. Really cool sounding, man. 6E, 7D, 6E, 6D, vibrato, and then rest. Okay, the F9 power, or not power chord, but the F9 chord. You'll recognize this from a few minutes ago. And then half step back, and then another half step back. And then move it a half step sharp. And then you'll see a section 2 one time. Okay? So that's the second time it's made reference to go back and repeat something, but like I said, they're very rare in this song. Solo number 2, and it's also subgrouped riff number 15, and it's similar to the way the last one started, with the 15-15 on the D and G, 14-16, bend the 16 on the B. So that's riff 15. And then 15-16B. So, and there's more in riff 16. 15G, 16B, 15G, 14B half step bend. So it's riff 17 is 15G with your index. Oh, that was 16. 15G, 18-15 pull off on the D, 18A. Now this is kind of a longer subgroup, so you can break that into 4s if you want, and you would have. And for me personally, I'm liking the feel of upstroke and then 2 downs. So 15D. 16A, so, oops. 13-11 on the D, 13-11 on the D, but bend it a half step the second time. So that's the length of subgroup 17, which was. Okay, page 7 is 13A pulling off to 11, and then 13A, 11D, quarter step bend, 13D, 10G, 12G, but bend the 12, 11B after that. Okay, so you would have unison bend, 11B, 13G. You're gonna hit them both at the same time, and I don't know if you've done these either, Blaze. So, but they're usually a little tricky. You can gauge the whole step off the waves, so you're gonna hear the waves when you're out of tune. As you approach the target note on your bend, those waves should slow down, and it should be like straight, and that's how you'll know. If you pass the target note, you'll hear the waves go in the other direction. If I go past it, they come back. So, okay, riff 19 is only 3 things: 10-11 on the G and B. Oops. Okay, so yeah, riff 19, 10G, 11B. 9B, 10G. So that's all that one is. Riff 20 is 8G, bending a whole step. You're probably going to be a little familiar with this type of riff. Let's try that again. Okay, so that's 8G, whole step, bend, and then bar the 6th fret, B and E, 9-6, B. Oh wait, that's all that one is. Riff 20 is, And I almost guarantee you know that one. And then 21 is that 8B. You'll see it in the tabs. It slides to 5, and you'll see parentheses around the 5. That just means you don't hang out on the note. You don't want to go. You want to stop the slide at that point, just by bringing this hand over the strings. What's next? Riff 22 is 10D sliding to 12. No, 10G sliding to 12. Oh yeah, remember this part. You're going to hold them like a chord, and it's so sliding up to the 12, hit the 11E, hit the 12G, and I haven't lifted anything, right? And then slide the whole shape a whole step back to 10 and 9. So hit the 9E, and then we got 6 on the G sliding to 8, and leave that ringing, hit the 8E. Same thing on the 6th fret for both those, but no slide. So, and then 8 high E vibrato. That's a really cool part. And then riff 23 looks like a longer one here, and that's 12G, 11B, and 14B half step bend. Half step bend, yeah. And then 11, 13, 15 on the high E. Yeah. And then 16, 15, 13 high E. So. And then 16, 14 B. Yeah. I'm screwing it up for you. And that's, oh, actually there's probably more. Yep, 2 more notes in that one. 13E, and then 14B half step bend. Now what I noticed, man, there was some phrasing like in these solos that I'd never used before. I mean, stuff that was similar to what I've used, but his patterns and his phrasing was really interesting, man. And that's one of them. And he's going pretty quick on that. Okay, riff 24. This is 15 on the G, and you're gonna pick that and vibrato it, and then pull it off to the 13th fret. So. And then 15, 13 on the D, pull off. 16, 13A, pull off. So 16A, 13, 15D, 13G, 15G. So that's riff 24. Riff 25 is 17G, half step bend. 16, 18 B. 16, 18 high E. And that's it for that one. So that would be riff 26 is 16E, 18, 16B, 16E, and that's that would be that. And then 18, 16B, 18G. So that one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 notes. Cool little riff though. Slow down. Kind of shift that knuckle, you know. Riff 27 is 16B, sliding to 18. 16E, 18, 16, pull off on the B. 18, 15 G. And that's it for that one. So that was 16, 18. We have. That's why you want to subgroup these, for cool little stuff like that. 27 is 16 slide to 18 again on the B. 16E. Am I on the right one? Yeah, this is similar to the last one. 18 pull off to 16 on the B, and then 18, 15 G. That's the only difference, is that had the pull off there. that's basically 2 times of that, the second one with the pull off. Riff 28 is 16 on the B, pulling off to 14. 15, 13 G, 14 B. That's the first part of that riff. 15 pull off to 13 on the G, and 15 D. That in itself is really cool. Oops. Riff 29, 15 G pull off to 13. 15 pull off to 13 on the D. 16, 13 A. Alternate picks. So that's riff 29. Riff 30 is 13, 15, 18. This was a crazy one too. Pick, hammer, hammer 2 times. That's all riff 30 is. This is a monster riff, but I broke it up in bite-sized pieces. He does it twice. You can obviously want to get used to that by. Okay, but it's 2. Then we have on the next string we're going to go 15, 18, 17, 15. You're going to pick the first one, hammer to 18, and pull off to 17 and 15. So it's going to sound like this. Okay, so 13, 15, 18. And that's it for riff 31. No, it isn't. There's a couple more notes. 18 pull off to 15 on the D, and 15 G. Knuckle down like this. Okay, riff 32. No vibrato on that, by the way. Riff 32 is 9 B, pulling off to 6. 8 pull off to 6 on the G, 8 D, and then 8 G pull off to 6, and that's where you want to knuckle down again. So it's slow down. Okay, and then riff 33 is 9 pull off to 6, kind of a similar thing as what we just did. 8 pull off to 6 on the G, 8 D, 8 pull off to 6 on the G, and then 9 B. So that's basically a repeat with that added 9 in it. Really cool going back to the 9. And then 6B, this is riff 34. 8 pull off to 6 on the G, 8D. So, and then still part of that subgroup is 8, 6, 8 on the G. You're gonna pick, pull, hammer, and then 5G quarter or half step bend, 6D, 8A, 8D, 8A. So that's the second half of riff 34. Riff 35 is this. Okay, you're probably familiar with that. 6-8 on the D and G hammered. 6-9 hammer on the B. 6E. 9 pull off to 6 on the B. Then riff 36 is 9. Or well, let me play it. That would be riff 35 and 36. Riff 37 is 18 on the high E 2 times, but slide the second time. Riff, that's the shortest subgroup, riff 37 there. Riff 38 is 8th fret G, half step bend, and then hit it without bending. 6G, 8D, 8E. That's even pretty, man. That's only like five notes. Riff 39 is 6-5 on the D, but leave your index on 5D while you hit 6 high E vibrato. Oh no, no vibrato yet. Then hit the 6 and vibrato. Riff 40 is 12G, 11B, 13B half step bend, 11B 12G, 10G, 14B bend, whole step, and then bend half step. And that's another thing blues players do a lot. So riff 41 is 15G twice, 14B quarter step bend, and then we got 16B bend, and then bring it down a half step and pick. This part's weird, and he does it 3 times, so it's riff 42 is 15G, 14 16B, 16B bend whole step, 16 14B. So that's that one. Riff 43 is 15G, 14 16 14 on the B, 15G, 13 15 13 on the G, 15 13 D, and 16A. So let's play that one, kind of moderate tempo. Oops. There's that one. And riff 44, 13 pull off to 11 on the D, 13A, 2 11s on the D. So that's it for that one, short one. Riff 45 is 13 11 pull off on the A, 13E, 13 pull off to 11 on the A again, and then 13E, so it's twice. 11E, slide to 10. Moderate tempo. Okay, riff 46. That one was nice, by the way, too, that 45. But 46 is 6E, 4A, 6A, 8A, slide to 11. This part was crazy. Lower that thumb blaze so you can, get the stretch there. And then 6A, hammer to 8 and 11. Do that twice, so.